Hello there. It remains wet and windy through the next few days. Warnings are in force. We're expecting even more rainfall, and that's going to cause problems, particularly with the strength of the wind, which will be touching gale force gusts at times. We do have a rain and wind warning down towards the West Country, and rainfall accumulations will continue to rise. And at this time of year, where leaves are falling off the trees, blocking drains, there will always be an issue with localised flooding, and certainly the combination of wind and rain causing problems on the roads as well. So this is the setup through Tuesday evening. Rain warnings for Northern Ireland, the southwestern quadrant of Scotland, southern parts of Wales and the West Country. Now through this evening, this weather front here will move from the west towards the east. It's quite potent. We're seeing some heavy downpours, torrential rain likely as it clears towards the east, and then this portion here pushes northward. So eventually this will wrap around northern Scotland, giving this part of the country some persistent rain as the winds turn towards the north, and that's the other side of the story. It is turning colder. So here's your bigger picture as we head through into the early hours of Wednesday morning. We hang on to more rain because more rain will return from the south across more southern areas, and that rain warning again is in force across southern parts of Wales as well as the West Country throughout Wednesday. And the winds will ease a little bit as it turns to a cold direction across the north. So if you're stepping out through this evening, remember there's some heavy torrential rain around. This is the back edge of that cold front across Wales, the West Country, the Midlands, pushing up towards the northwest of England. Further east, we're seeing more in the way of cloud, and eventually you will see some of that rain. Northern Ireland has seen that rain through this evening, but certainly on the far north there, you may find that rain just skirting these parts. It's a wet evening across northern England as well as the bulk of Scotland, away from the far north where you've got away with it through today, but certainly through this evening and overnight that rain will push towards these parts. And again, it's heavy in places, so those rainfall totals are only going in one direction. So through this evening, this is the cold front pushing ever eastward. Strong winds associated with it as well, particularly across Irish sea coast and the southwest peninsula. So expect some heavy pulses pushing towards the Midlands, eastern counties of England, northern England as well, border regions. At the same time, this becomes slow moving across the north and the west of Scotland into the early hours of Wednesday morning. Strong winds here and some clearance coming in across the central swathe of the country. So that's Northern Ireland, northern England, southern Scotland, eastern Scotland as well, but still quite a brisk breeze. The rain trails across central southern parts of England, in particular southeast Wales, into Wednesday morning. So if you are travelling first thing on Wednesday morning, you may run into some wet weather. Here are your temperatures: mild across England and Wales, chilly across Scotland and Northern Ireland. And look where the wind's coming from on Wednesday. So northerly direction across the northern portion of Scotland, and with that some persistent rain through this morning, through tomorrow morning. So two things happen as we head through tomorrow. First of all, this mass of cloud and rain here tends to drift eastwards. At the same time, notice this band of rain which returns to the West Country as well as southern parts of Wales. This warning will remain in force throughout Wednesday, and it turns heavy yet again. It's pushing ever northwards, so by around lunchtime, North Wales will see the first of the rain, as well as Cheshire, southern parts of Yorkshire. We'll see a clearance coming in across the southeast as this slow-moving weather front continues its passage northwards across towards most of Yorkshire, Lancashire, and eventually reaching Cumbria as well as Northumberland. Now, as we head through the afternoon, temperatures still on the mild side across more central and southern areas, but that wind will be biting in the north, and that cold wind will have some strength to it as well, eventually delivering some showers to the far north of Scotland. Now, this rain sort of merges with the massive cloud and rain across Scotland through into the early hours of Thursday morning. So again, it could pep up, it could intensify. Again, Northern Ireland seeing some wet weather, but generally it'll be focused across southern and central parts of Scotland, northeast England into Thursday morning. And trailing cloud and rain also yet again across the Midlands, East Anglia, southeast England. Into Thursday morning, if you're stepping out, you may be under this cloud and rain, which will be slow moving. Towards the north, a cold wind and also some showers, which could turn wintry over the higher ground. Now, across some parts of England and Wales, North Wales, perhaps the North Midlands, some brighter breaks possible in between these two weather fronts, but the rain just bumping into the southeast through the afternoon yet again. And eventually it will return to central southern England and the West Country through Thursday evening. Into Friday, you can see there's a real contrast in our temperature from cold air towards the north and milder conditions, but also wet and windy weather across more central and southern areas. And this could be some impactful rain. It could turn heavy yet again with further high rainfall totals through Friday into Saturday as it slowly spreads northwards across England and Wales, the Republic of Ireland, eventually seeing some rain across Northern Ireland as well. High pressure sits towards the far north of Scotland. That's where you'll see some fine weather, if not some sunshine, but chilly air here. And as you can see into Saturday, that slow-moving weather front is still with us. For more details of that, check out our deep dive this week. It's with Ada McGibbon, and I'll see you again soon.